All right, welcome back. So in this video, we're going to talk about the Assets panel. Okay, so if I click on Assets here, you can see getting started by linking assets from existing cloud documents. We can link assets, colors, character styles, and components. So this has to do with Creative Cloud more than just tools in Adobe XD. That's part of it, but if you remember at the beginning of the course when we installed Creative Cloud, I talked about Creative Cloud libraries, and this is what I was talking about. So when I click here, I can add a color. Let's say that for our branding, we're doing, I'll give you a good example. Let's go to Firefox real quick, or go to your favorite web browser and go to learntechplus.com. And I'll show you what I'm talking about. It's better to give you a visual aid than to try to explain it to you. Okay, so you can see here, if you right click and you inspect, okay, and you can do that if you want, or just, I'll give you the color scheme or the hex code that you need. But basically, if you inspect it and you see what my navigation color is, okay, so it's a dark navy blue. So the hex code is 021120. All right, so let me copy that and I'm gonna close this out, okay? Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go in here and I'm going to paste that in, okay? So our hex code, okay, it's not cooperating with me, but that's all right. So basically what we can do, even though it's not working the way it's supposed to, which is fine, we'll just make another library here. Let's do this. Let's go here and then we'll go there. So the idea here, even though my example is not really working like it's supposed to, which is fine, I'll explain to you what I'm doing. Basically what you can do is if your color scheme is navy blue and white, let's say, okay, this is the hex code for my navy blue. And then you could add the color white next to it so that basically what you're doing is every time you're working on something, you don't want to have to remember 021120. Like you shouldn't have to remember that. You should have a swatch, okay? And that's a term that I learned when I was learning Adobe Illustrator. A swatch is like a color, it's how you save a color in Illustrator. So in Adobe XD, you save it as a color, okay? And you're using a hex code. And the hex code is basically this. When I click on fill, and you see this hex code right here, we got a hashtag and then FFFFF, that's white, right? You can also do RGB, which is, RGB is red, green, blue, and 255 across the board is white, okay? And if I do 000, then it's going to be black. So everything in between is what you want. You don't want white and you don't want black. You want something in the middle. So the more red you add, the redder it gets. The more blue and green, same thing, okay? But with the hex code is used in web development, it's used in video, it's used in graphics, it's used in print. So whatever your hex code is, so let's paste in my hex code here. I'll hit enter. And you can see that's my blue, right? So what this would do is if I utilize this tool and I save this color as blue and then I saved a white, then I would have those on standby all the time so I don't have to remember the hex code. That's basically the idea, okay? Then the next thing is we have character styles. So you can set the character style. So for this example, we have Helvetica and then bold and 100 pixels or 100 points. And that's just a template or it saved that template to our assets, okay? And then components, goodbye to symbols, say hello to components, introduce flexible style, resize and layout, override with components. Okay, so again, with this, we've saved a component, so all I have to do is double click on that, okay? So let's do this. And I can drag it in, right? Same with this. I can drag this over Well, the character style I can't drag over, but we can select it and then it will apply to this text, right? Right there. And then for the color, like I said, it didn't save like it was supposed to, which is fine. The idea here is just to show you what it's doing, and that is we're creating a color asset, a character style, and a component that we can use over and over again. Okay, so you don't have to keep recreating it is the idea. Okay, so if you need to use an element of it and then adjust from there, it's straightforward how to do it. Okay, so that's the assets panel. So thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next video.